Hey everyone, welcome back to the His and Hers the Truth podcast. My
Yes.
name is Tuan. This is my wife.
Sim, great seeing everyone again, and thank you for joining our channel.
Yes, thank you. Welcome back once again. As always, please subscribe to the channel while you're
Yes.
here, right? Quit shadow watching, you
No
shadow
more
watchers
shadow.
out there. Smash that like button, right? Any engagement, comments, right? Please comment at the end of this video, guys. Watch the video, of course, first,
Yes.
and then share and comment because, as you guys know, this content's always getting kind of suppressed. So
Yeah.
do us a huge favor, right? Spread the truth, debunk the lies, and get this information out to all our brothers, especially our Asian brothers out there, because as you guys know, right, we've been bringing you a lot of Asian cultural, Asian community type of content, relating content, right? Because guys, once again, I want to repeat the stats, right? Asian are the least desired ethnicity on dating apps, right?
Yep.
We have one of the highest self-deletion rates, which have gone, significantly high since the pandemic, right? And then, of course, obviously, our Asian sisters are the highest ethnicity that marries outside of their race, their ethnicity. So
Yep.
you can call it what it is. Maybe it's correlation, it's cause and effect, but I think a huge part of it has to do with what Asian men are not doing.
Yeah.
And obviously not being aware of the situation. That's the reason why we're bringing you guys this information so you guys can become aware, wake up from the matrix, and obviously have better outcomes. Okay. So, relating to that, the title of this video that we're going to be reacting today is kind of what we've been talking about in the last few videos, honey.
Yep.
And it's from the Whatever podcast. It's a podcast that's been doing really well of late. It's very following the same theme of inviting, women on the show and obviously talking about the current dating market. And what I've loved about the show is recently they've had a lot of Asian female guests on the show. And the reason why I want to expose it and have you guys go check that channel out. So please go subscribe to them. I think the guy, his name is Brian, but go subscribe to his channel. Go check it out because you'll see what the current modern Asian female is kind of like. Okay, so the title of today's video is She Does Not Date Asian Men. All right, let's check it out.
Kelly,
It's just because Asian guys remind me of my brother,
what the?
and that's why.
What? Asian guys remind you of your brother.
Yeah.
You don't date Asian guys?
I've never no.
Really? Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Word.
Why don't you like Asian guys? Are you
I
a
think-
race traitor?
A race.
Are you a
traitor?
race
No,
traitor?
No, like
You wouldn't even date a Vietnamese guy?
no, not really. I actually
Yeah,
like
my peoples.
I don't know. They just come off like I get so close,
shame.
like they're just my friends. Like they give me like my brother. Like they remind me so much. Like the way that they carry themselves. They remind me so much of my brother that
Wait.
it's like
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
that I have like a brotherly relationship with most
Closer to the
Asian,
mic, closer to
with
the mic.
most Asian men that I meet.
Wait, can you scoot your chair into the table so we can get you a little better posture? Can everyone push their cups into the table just a little bit? Thank you. So it reminds you of your brother.
Yeah, like most of the like I don't know too many Asian guys because I didn't grow up in like a area where there's a lot of Asians.
Where did you grow up?
In like Calabasas, Woodland Hills.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too mmany Asians, but yeah, like they are like every single Asian guy that I have met and like I have like some kind of like friendship with, they just remind me of my brother, and I can't, I don't know, I can't describe it.
They remind you of.
Yeah, like they have the
Your
same
brother.
personality traits as like as
Well,
my
that's a
brother, and
bit.
like
That's a bit.
I don't know. And
Are
then,
you
like,
saying all Asian men are the same?
No, I'm not saying that. Just the ones that
Kelly,
I've met. The ones that I've met.
All remind you of how your brother acts.
Yes, the ones that I have met, yes. Or like one of my cousins or something. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know.
What about like a nice Filipino boy?
There's
Okay, before we get into that question, so what is just your initial reaction of this Vietnamese sister? Unfortunately, I got to have to obviously group her in with my ethnicity now. Unfortunately,
That's what my husband
but
is.
just not only her mannerisms, the way she looks, obviously what we talk about all this time, right? You guys are going to hear this, and you guys have heard this, probably a lot of you that's been dealing with, Asians in the dating market, right? You remind me of my brother, or you remind me of my dad or my cousin, right? So what is your initial
Well,
thoughts on it?
definitely she isn't the typical old times, like traditional. Just say that. She's not traditional. She's more modern. She's got a tattoo, the way she's dressed, everything else. She doesn't want to be the traditional type girl, So you guys, if you do want to date, a modern girl, this is what you're going to get. So if you're going to be a traditional person thinking that they're going to cover up, they're going to be this, they're going to, act like all proper and all that stuff. No, these are your choices you got right now.
Okay, so that's a really good point I wanted to bring up because, guys, a lot of Asian men are still stuck in our old ways. And I'm not talking about right or wrong here. I'm not talking about morality. It's just that the truth that we are still stuck in our old ways, that we're looking for a very, I guess, demure, right? Not putting herself out there, right? Dressed properly, right? She's not dressed. Look at the way she's dressed. She's dressed like a 304, the tats, the makeup, right? Most Asian men, right? Guys, comment on this video, but most Asian men don't prefer this look for any woman, let alone an Asian female, right? So that's the first thing. So if this is just the reality, guys, as Asian men, if we want to date the current dating market woman, including our Asian sisters, you're going to have to be able to say, this is what they look like now. This is how they're going to dress. This is how they're going to act, how they talk with the tattoos and stuff like that. If you don't want that, then go ahead and obviously go become a passport bro. We talk about that, right?
Yep.
The reason why she keeps saying that these guys remind her of her brother is because you guys are traditional.
Yeah, you want her to cover
You
up.
guys want to cover up.
Carry
You
a certain
want her to be
mannerism.
submissive,
Yep.
docile, right? The stereotypical, Asian female doll,
Like
right?
be at the kitchen type deal,
right.
and self-servant, what I mean. Like you're not gonna have that right now. And if you do, let me tell you right now, even if you go overseas, be a passport bro, okay? You bring her over, you don't think she's gonna learn the ropes? She's gonna become modern herself,
Yeah.
So I'm not sure
Well,
if she's even gonna stick to being traditional.
the key-
If you get lucky, maybe you still get partial traditional wife. But if not, you know what? You just gotta, up the game and just have to learn to accept certain things.
I mean, it's just the truth. So yes, you're gonna get a better, I guess, product. I hate to say that, but you're gonna get a better value as being a passport bro. But the truth of the matter is that the software is still the same. So like my wife was saying, if you bring them back over here or you expose them to Western ideology,
Yep.
then they're gonna think the same thing, right? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of them will still kind of hold to their traditional values, but
Yeah.
the software is still the same. Okay.
There's a lot of nice Filipino boys.
Excuse me.
Men.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I've met a lot of them. Yeah, I just
Laos? What about Laos? A guy from Laos?
I've
Maybe
never-
like American born, but Laos.
never. No, not from Laos.
Cambodian? No Cambodians.
No, most.
Definitely, it sounds like not Vietnamese because your brother's Vietnamese, so that's like
Yeah,
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Like
Immediately.
I don't know.
no
It's
go.
just like we're too alike.
Too alike.
Like I can relate to you so much that I can't learn anything from you. So it's like
Mongolian?
no.
Korean? Japanese? Chinese?
I'm Chinese too, so I'm Chinese.
You're part
Vietnamese.
Chinese, part Vietnamese. Okay, what about I'm running out of Asian countries.
Korean.
Thai?
I only know one type.
Indonesian?
What about like Filipino?
I already said
Yeah,
that.
I've met Filipino
Korean.
guys, but just.
By the
they're-
way, how's my geography, guys? It's pretty okay. What am
He
I-
did hit all the Southeast Asian
Yeah, he didn't
countries
say
pretty
Japanese.
well.
He didn't say.
Well, Southeast Asian.
We
Okay.
would date that guy on Instagram, and then we were going around.
I'm
the
missing
table.
like at least one or two of the Southeast Asian countries.
Korea.
I hit Korea, hit
Yeah.
Laos, hit
Kazakhstan?
Cambodia.
But Korea is not Southeast
Yeah,
Asian.
Korea's not South.
No.
You said
The-
Taiwan.
Oh, I missed Taiwan. Thank you.
Thailand and Taiwan.
I said
You said
Thailand.
Okay, so anyways, honey, so he's going through all these Southeast Asian examples, right? Because he's trying to like literally corner her and say every Southeast Asian ethnicity, you don't like or never met.
She doesn't want to date Asian. Period.
Yeah,
It
she's
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you name in Asian.
Yeah.
Sort of. If you look Asian, then it's a no for her. It's like,
yeah.
boop, no Asians. Type
Yeah,
deal for
so
her.
there's a few things, right?
Yeah.
It's your height, right? We talk stats. Asian men are short compared to
Mhm.
most other ethnicities, right? We don't focus on our fitness, right?
Mhm.
So most Asian men aren't obviously physically capable. They're not in shape, but they're not strong, right?
Mhm.
We don't focus on athletics too much. We're always focusing on money. We're focusing on education,
Mhm.
right? And then, like I said, we focus on traditional structural values, right? Mom and a dad. A dad goes to work. Mom stays
Stays
at
home.
home, right? And so that's the vibe that she's going to get from these men that she run into.
Mhm.
And then the other thing, let's say she doesn't run into those type of guys. Let's say she runs into, I guess, what you would call an Americanized Asian man.
Mhm.
What is the stereotypical Americanized Asian man?
Mhm.
Off the top of your head, honey, what do you think of when if you had to, what we see in media or just what we see in general as what our mind automatically thinks of when you think of a stereotypical westernized Asian man?
I don't know. For me, a westernized Asian man would be like, he's pretty active in sports. He's focused.
Really? Really? You see that? You see a lot of sports athletes that are Asian men?
Towards my area, I did when I grew up. I saw a lot of my Asian friends were a little bit more sporty, a little bit taller than me, and
I don't think that's the case. If you think about how the West portrays Asian men, you think of some goofy, joking, running side joke.
well, that's on TV.
Maybe a friend of a white dude or a friend of a black dude. That's kind of like the comedic act in a movie or in a TV show.
Mm.
He's short, he's beta, he's quiet, he's goofy. I mean, he's pretty much the equivalent of a white beta male, but with some ethnicity thrown in there, so that way it looks like they're inclusive.
Okay.
Right? We're
Well,
talking
maybe
like
not
a
now.
Jimmy Yang. We're talking like the dude from the freaking that Dr. Chow guy, right? We're talking dudes like that. We're talking like Bobby Lee, right? Goofy ass, fucking beta ass simp dudes, right? That's who we picture when we think of westernized Asian men.
Well, American, yeah.
Otherwise, the only other role models that you have to look to is like Jackie Chan or Jet Li. And let's be honest, man.
And Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee is totally different. There's no current Asian male that represents that archetype.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was the only one, and that was, guys, I'm sorry to say, that was 1960s. That's 80 years ago at this point, right? So the point is, our current stereotype of Asian men are these weak beta men. So I guarantee you all the Asian men she run to that she already admitted are just friends, right? She already automatically put them in the friend zone
Yeah.
because they're all these beta ass, freaking simping ass dudes,
Okay.
right? So she has no good role model of an Asian guy to see as thing. And then this is the other thing too. If there was an Asian guy, right, that fit that criteria that she might like, right, maybe more westernized, more strong, more tall, right, those, and more confident, right, this is the problem. He doesn't want her.
I know, but it's starting to change. I mean, the Asian men now are getting taller. They're sportier.
Yeah,
they're
but then-
business-like.
but-
They dress nicer.
But then they don't want her.
Well,
That therein lies the problem, right?
yeah.
You got Laos, you got Cambodia.
I got Cambodia.
Look at Chad.
And Vietnam, Southeast Asia.
Yeah, Vietnam is
Malaysia.
right there.
Malaysia, thank
Like
you.
TLC.
Yeah.
Malaysian guy. What about a North Korean guy? What do you do?
I've never met a North Korean guy actually.
So maybe you're open. Maybe he's
I don't know.
outstanding.
I've just based off like who I've met, because like I've said, like I grew up I don't meet that many people. Like my high school is like mainly like white people, and like so I didn't like experience.
Burma.
No, never
Burmese?
met anybody. Mm-mm.
So are you just not attracted to Asian men?
Yeah, I would say that too. I'm just,
Huh.
and then like I said, it's just a thing. Like we're just so alike. Like I like learning from my man. Like I like learning about different culture too, and like I like just experiencing new things. But it's like with somebody, if I was dating like a Vietnamese guy, we relate so much. It's
Do you speak Vietnamese?
I understand it, but I don't speak it.
Okay. Wait, so you would relate too much to them, and that's
But then you can't speak their language.
I know it sounds weird. It's just like I can't.
Hey, it
I
is
can't
what it
learn.
is.
I can't learn from you, or you can't really like teach me new things about, like.
Is
Culture.
that really a primary like thing you care about though? Learning.
Well, learning from my my boyfriend. Yeah, I care about that a lot. I like learning from.
About their culture?
Of course, yeah. I love. Yes.
That's a primary like
This
thing
is
you
straight
care
cap.
about?
That's a really big. Yeah, it is a big thing that I care
Yes.
about. I care about if he cares about my culture and he wants to learn more about my culture. And my boyfriend right now, he's black, and he goes
That
to
was
extremes
my first
to try
guess.
to teach me more about black culture, and he tries to help me understand it better, so that I have a better understanding of him.
I don't think I've ever heard a girl say that one of the primary things they care about is learning. I mean, hey,
Culture.
if that's your thing, cool. But learning about a potential partner's culture, cool word. Yeah.
I mean, like, why wouldn't you want to learn about how they grew up and like what their family traditions are like, and how they want to, like, I want to teach my kids about Vietnamese traditions.
Sure.
What
I
did you
would-
learn about Black culture that you didn't know before?
Okay, before we get into
Oh,
the
God.
culture, so what do you think about that answer? Because, hey, brothers, this is another very stereotypical answer that we get from Asian females when they, reject you, right? So what do you think about her cap-ass answer there, honey?
It's called BS.
Okay, and why? Why do you think
Anything else you can learn about people's culture all over the place. You can meet people, learn different cultures, read about, bump into a person of different cultures and learn about it. Doesn't mean you have to like, oh my God, I'm not, date you because culture difference. No. I mean, even an Asian guy has a certain culture. There's a lot of Asian men with different cultures and different things that you can still learn.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
what is the common denominator about Asian men's culture?
Well, for a woman to be respectful, to be this and
Yeah,
that,
so-
to be womanly, and if you don't have
so-
that, then no.
So this is where she's capping, guys,
Mhm.
because she wants the
Tradition.
benefits of both things. Meaning
Mm-hmm.
she wants to show someone the beauty of her culture, right?
Mhm.
And so to a white guy, to a black guy, she can show that. She's not ashamed of her culture, like her food, her supposed, she's going to say, oh, we're very family centric, right? She's going to use all the things that's going to make her look good as a woman, a potential, a wife to this other culture, but she wants to act like the modern female still, meaning she wants to dress slutty. She wants to be promiscuous, right? She wants to post sexy pictures on Instagram, right? She wants to be able to talk, act, dressed a certain way. And so what she wants a dude that's going to say, oh my God, you're Asian and you have all these good traits that would make a good wife, right? Submissiveness, right? All the stereotype good qualities. But at the same time, I'm not going to shame you for your modern qualities, right? And let's be honest, guys, white guys, black guys, because they've grown up in the Western society, right? And because they themselves have been shamed, have been told they can't demand or have these boundaries, or just pure indoctrination in general, right? This is just kind of what they know. They're not going to shame most women, let alone Asian women, for these modern traits, right? So that's what that's what she's really trying to say. It's not because they have too much in familiarity, they have too much in common. It's not that. She just wants to be able to do what she wants to do, and at the same time benefit from her ethnicity.
And not be shamed.
Correct.
How deep it is and how much deeper. I honestly, like, before even dating my boyfriend now, I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely ignorant about some topics, and then he made me.
Let's get rid of this. Go ahead. Sorry.
He made me open my eyes more about a lot of things that nobody in here is black, but like I don't think anybody in this room would really understand. Are you black?
My mom's Blasian.
Your mom's Blasian. But like, there's a lot of things that go into black culture that somebody who isn't black is not gonna understand unless it's taught to them, and unless I don't know if it's like really been taught like that, if you've really learned about it like that. But like when it's coming from somebody who is so passionate about it and is so passionate about you learning about it, you have a deeper understanding. You form a deeper understanding of it, which is why it means so much to me.
Fun fact: my boyfriend is Vietnamese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and love learning about his culture.
Yeah.
Very important thing, and there's something beautiful about like exchanging cultures.
Of course, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Was your boyfriend into BLM? Just out of curiosity.
He's
Sorry,
he's,
I'm just curious.
No, he's very he's done rallies. He's led rallies before. He's led protests. Like he's very like passionate about his culture, which was why I would say it's unfair of me to disregard it and not want to learn about it more. Because if he cares about it so much, why should I make him feel like I don't care about it?
Well, I mean, I think it's great that you want to learn about his culture. I just, in terms of an attraction trigger, I've never heard someone say learning about, like, I would not be attracted to someone if I could not learn from their culture. And if that's the case for you, hey, that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's not just like just the culture thing. It's just a learning period. Like I like to learn from like anything like that he can teach.
Okay, they're kind of rambling on, so this is the last thing I want to react to. But did you catch something in that whole BS explanation of learning her black boyfriend's culture and so what did you notice there, honey bun, that to me was a key thing? Did you recognize
the
it?
attitude thing, the BLM?
No.
The other lady, her BS about the culture thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you notice?
That she
Because
does
women,
the
I find women, because they think so emotionally and they try to justify their lack of accountability and they try to justify their lack of recognizing the truth. They try to always make all these bullshit excuses. So what did you notice?
She doesn't really want to be, maybe?
No. So you notice that she tried to justify it by saying that she wanted to learn about her black boyfriend's culture, right? She was all open to try to learn about this other person's culture, right? But you guys noticed that she didn't give two shit about our Asian brother's culture.
Yeah. Well,
right?
Yeah, because the other girl sitting next to her said,
and this is from a woman who doesn't even speak Vietnamese. So this is just my guess, but I probably have a very similar upbringing to her, which means I grew up pretty much all around white people or westernized people, came up here at a very young age, right? Mom and dad were gone working, stereotypical Asian family, right? And so you weren't immersed in the language and the culture as much. But at the same time, you were immersed in it enough to see it on your daily life, right? Your mom and your dad, your brother, your sister, right? So my point is, you're an Asian American, and you really don't know the Vietnamese culture. But you notice that she could give two shits less about learning our Vietnamese culture, but she's all for learning this black culture.
yeah.
Guys, at the end of the day, just face the reality. What women want is the truth, which is they want the men's values to be high. So if you're not tall, you're not athletic, you're not handsome, I guarantee you her black man's probably 6 foot tall, athletic, right? Your stereotypical, Tyrone
maybe.
type of guy. I don't think she's dating some 5'6" freaking short ass freaking black dude. If she did, why don't she just date some white dude or some Asian dude that's 5'6" then, right? Right. So my point is, that's what they want. And then what women, like I said, back in the day, Asian women would obviously be shamed by these things, wanting these things, right? Even though it was the truth, right? Nowadays, they can go with a different ethnicity and they won't get shamed for it. So it's easier for them to go with it. So guys, if you guys know that, you guys will realize that this is the values that all women are looking for, including our Asian sisters, right? So those are the things that you need to work on, right? And then the other thing too, like I said, you just have to face reality that women are not traditional anymore, right? And so unless you want to become a passport bro, right, and and take your chances overseas, you're gonna have to deal with this type of traits in all women. Okay.
Yep. Very true.
Anything else you want to add to that, honey?
Nope. I think we covered it, and you just gotta, You know, you guys just have to up your game, and things that you need to improve. So
Yeah.
that's all I can tell them.
Yeah, I would say this, guys. Just don't fall victim to your traditional mindset. I know it's hard to make that change because you've been indoctrinated your whole life to think of one thing, right? As an Asian guy, I should do this. I should be the nice guy. I should be the goofy, funny guy, right? But that's not going to give you the results that you want,
Nope.
right? I'm not saying go become an asshole overnight, but go work on your values, gain that confidence, and treat women like women, right? Women are women. Don't think of them as these freaking, like, freaking weird creatures that you've never freaking, like they have these things that you've been taught that they're supposed to be this and they're supposed to be that. Just face the reality that women have these things that they want in their man, right? Right, and you being the nice guy, you doing this for them and being a simp, don't care what ethnicity they are, they're going to treat you a certain way.
Yep. Don't be quirky.
Right. Don't get played.
Nope.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Check you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Join us as we give you guys a glimpse into our lives, give you guys advice, hopefully give you guys entertainment value as well too, and provide you guys better outcomes.
Yes.